Oh yes, it's that day again. Ugh. But nothing too excessively major today. Nothing broke, at least. Just pulling out this old starter. I think some of you might remember this guy. Ugh. Hey, remember him? This goes back, I think, to December when we had our patron Don Schroeder aboard, and this guy gave out on us when we were sailing at sea just before we came into anchor at Carriacou. So we basically had to sail into anchor and the next day disassemble the starter and find out that something had let go and it had damaged it heavily. We had a broken spring and a brush that wasn't working. So we managed to fabricate something to get it working again, and believe it or not, this guy has been working perfectly ever since. Our little fashioned repair, thank you Don for all your help with that, that was awesome, but that repair is still holding to this day. So why am I taking it out? Well, I'm taking it out, they always say if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, it's still broken. It doesn't need to be fixed again right now, but I'm in a place right now where we can actually get replacement parts. Whereas where we're heading after here, and from Curacao, we're going to be going to Colombia, Panama, all those kind of places, Sandblast Islands, very remote places that are not going to have the kind of parts that we need. Most likely, we won't find them. So, while we are here in Curacao and can actually get the spare parts that we need, I'm going to take advantage of that and get everything rebuilt so we've got more spare parts and the engine in perfect condition before we leave. In the meantime, we got Alcino topping up our water tanks. Because actually it's been a month since I had to fill up because I managed to keep the tanks relatively full, and it's only been me and one other person on board most of the time, so the tanks have held up fairly well. But now we're going to dump in the tanks here. And you can see Alcino has brought his boat over and is actually filling up our boat from his boat. So this is the boat Alcino calls his dinghy, but he's actually got a 40-gallon water tank in it as well. So he brings his tank over full of water, empties it into my tank. And mine are twin 80-gallon tanks, but yeah, we don't need to fill everything up here right now. But yeah, this is his third trip, I think, so we're probably getting pretty full already as it is. So that's cool. Thank you, Alcino.
You're welcome.
Nice thing is, I've been getting worried about running out, and I know as soon as I get into a shower and all lathered up, that's when I run out of water. So now I can finally take a shower without worrying about running out of water. So that will be a good day. But back to our starter mess. Here's what we're dealing with. You can see I've got 3 of these that are just miscellaneous parts, all different models. This is a 24 volt model actually, so it's just one that somebody gave me as parts, but we got 3 different ones of these that are all in different stages of assembly or disassembly. But yeah, everything I need to do with all 3 of these starters is going to involve new parts, and of course by the time we get new brushes, springs, bearings, solenoid that works, everything put in, plus labor, looking at least $250 to $300 just to get one of them working out of the 3 pieces that I've got here. So I thought, it's kind of sketchy, why put that much money into something that's old and beat up and used and still have an old used starter. Like I said, we're in Curacao and can actually get parts here, and they do have a starter, so we decided to buy the new starter. We got a deal on that for, I think it was just over 500 US, which, you know, is a little more pricey, but in the long run we're going to start out with a starter that's brand new. So that's what's in the box right here, and then I'm going to take this starter in and get it fully rebuilt again. So we're going to take that to the store today and have them take it apart, and I'm curious to have a look inside. I want to see how our repair job has handled the test of time. It still starts the boat just like that every time, no problems at all. But I know sooner or later it's going to give out, so there's no point waiting until we're halfway in a deserted island again and then we have no spare parts to put it back together with and we're stuck. So that's what we're going to do while we're here. Is we got the old one out, we're going to put in the new one, and then we'll have a brand new starter in place for our next travels. So that'll be bueno. So looking forward to that, and yeah, then like I say, we'll take the old one out, we'll take it to the store, get it rebuilt, it'll put in new brushes, springs, everything that it needs, and it should be good as new. We'll get it vacuum packed up for storage on the boat, and it'll be there to serve in any emergencies should the new starter go down. And here you can see is our brand new starter. So that's what we're going to mount in today, get it all hooked up and test it, make sure everything is good, and then we'll take the old one in for the rebuild. And then we have no worries, at least for a little while. Fingers crossed. Okay, so not how we expected to spend the day, but now we got to go back to the starter shop with a full bag of parts again, because the new starter didn't line up. So the base plate on it was not proper, so we're gonna have to get that switched out, see if we can make it work, hopefully. And that, my friends, is how you dock like a boss, Alcino style. And of course it's lunchtime, so the starter shop is closed. Oh well, on with next errands and we'll come back later. Oh, what do we got? That one looks just like this one.
Yeah. But he wants to change this the gear.
That gear is smaller.
Yeah, that's why he wants to get this gear and here.
But we've got the same alignment of all the holes.
And here.
So he needs to swap the gears. Everything else is the same. Okay. Looks good.
Yep.
Oh, we go around outside?
Yep. Bye-bye.
pull if we only had one of those on the boat. Alright, now we get to see how that repair's held up. Pray for the best, Don. I think we did a good job.
Okay.
Why is this?
Mình còn nó ngủ bên dưới rồi. Nó tao bên dưới vậy.
Essa aqui tá de qual com sponge, doesn't spring. Where's the sponge? Sponge is gone. Or is this thing? Oh, here it is. Still alive. Igual aqui um seal de ventana. Se lo usei como spring. With tape.
Aqui. Okay.
So it did the job. Cool.
Oh,
It worked.
okay.
Mission complete. Now time to go back and unload all this stuff and hopefully get the starter installed before sunset. It's been a long day. And you guys always ask, what the hell do we do all day? Let me tell you. Okay. Now we still got to fill up water. So we're going to fill up these water tanks before we go back to the boat. All right, let's go. Okay, now that we got the right starter this time, let's try this again. Hopefully get it finished before dark. So it's getting dark fast. We're running out of light. Alright, she's on. Okay, we're good. Just put on the wires, get it bolted on, and finally kick back for the evening. Man, it's already 6:30. Today started at 5:30, so it's been a long day, trust me.